The wind was very loud.
A roar, a roaring sound.
Sometimes it would build like a train approaching on the railroad track from a distance, and it just would build and build and then strike the trees, strike the fence, peel the fence away.
I remember us all lined up at the back window watching the trees sway and hearing the wind. And we're all standing there watching this for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then we looked at each other and thought, this is probably not a good plan. And it was not much longer after we left those windows than we learned it was truly not a good plan as the tree came through the garage.
The irony, and I love irony, is that we were at a high school football game that was canceled due to the approaching storm, and the parents felt the families would be safer here than for the Dodges to go home to their house in the woods. Well, we end up in a house where a tree falls on the house, and the house in the woods was unscathed.
And then past that, I guess the aftermath, the week that really the area was without power, so that meant we didn't have any heat in the house to keep us warm or to cook with. So the families kind of combined, and some people slept in one house and some in another. And we ate together because we got power sooner here. It was an interesting time. I remember Dad out at the barbecue, barbecuing breakfasts, and the smell of that, along with all the vegetation that was on the ground. And he would come in and have all that barbecue smell in his plaid flannel shirt.
That's an interesting memory to have.
Yeah.
The memory of smell.
We were closer maybe than we are today, but still lived separate lives. But when there's anything like this, everybody comes together. You go next door, you check on your neighbors, you see how they're doing.
As I chronicled the story of the storm from Northern California all the way to British Columbia, that's a common theme. People coming together, pitching in, helping out, stranded people, neighbors looking after them. There was a lot of heroes in the storm. There were a lot of victims, but there were a lot of heroes too.